So I'm not a fan of putting meat to waste. So this might be scary head is actually from the big redfish I caught on the previous video. Uh, no guts in here. There's no gill. Took the gills out. We kept this part on. I might chop it off, but we are going to use it. I just seen statistics about how old some of these larger fish get, and I feel kind of bad when it's years in life and you kind of harvest it. But we're using every bit of the animal. Ate all the rest of the fillet, the skeletons and skin and organs are actually going to be reused as bait for bait, if that makes sense. But yeah, so we're gonna try to make fish head soup. I see a lot of recipes online. I know Filipino heritage here that use, they call it sinigang, so that has tamarind root. It's like a tamarind base. I'm not the biggest fan, so looked up some recipes here, and some of the recipes were just basically what you have. Let's just use what you have. So I'm trying to, thinking of the way my grandma makes it. There's lemongrass involved. I don't remember what else, but so on this plate here we got onions, some ginger, shallots were on sale, so I was like, why not? We got some green onions from the backyard, thankfully, a little bit of chopped lemongrass, and a lot of garlic. So we're just gonna wing this here, see how this goes. There's fish sauce. I got some Asian spinach back there at the Asian market. That's lemongrass and green onions from the backyard. There's gonna be other stuff here, but we're gonna see how this goes. So just testing the oil here. We got some olive oil in a big pot. It's the biggest pot that we have at the moment. We're gonna start by putting the onions and garlic in there, which is up here. And then we're gonna add some of this other stuff because we want this other stuff kind of burn. Oh, we will add the shallots. So I'm gonna put it in there and I'll show you what it looks like shortly. So it's been sizzling here. It has gone soft. I probably have overdone it. We're gonna add the rest of the stuff. So that is the, there's a little bit of cut lemongrass just to enhance the flavor a little bit. Shallots, whatever was left over in ginger, because you don't want to overdo the ginger. And then soon we're gonna I think add a splash of fish sauce and then add the redfish. Okay, so that was the rest of those vegetables that we had in there. They are all looking good. Now we're gonna add what I did cut up the 2 pieces of redfish, fins and all. And what we're gonna do is this is not the main way to cook it, but we're gonna, I guess, sear it, cook the outside. It'll start, smelling fragrant fish, whatever. I'm gonna put you in. I'm gonna do this for about maybe 5 to 10 minutes, not overdo it. Okay, so the fish has kind of, not necessarily fried, cooked a little bit. I try to do all sides. It's kind of hard, the weird shape. So you can flip the head around, try to get all sides just at least a little bit cooked. Yeah, the inside looks raw, but don't worry about that. Because what we're gonna do is fill it with water. I'm not gonna put the water part in video. We're gonna add about 2 swigs of fish sauce, or just, maybe like 2 tablespoons at least. You can always add later. And then we're gonna add big pieces of ginger here. And this is some of the lemongrass from the backyard. I have it tied up. We're gonna fill it up with water and show you what that looks like. Okay, so the liquid is in. There's the lemongrass. You can see it's underneath. Yes, it is still the fish head soup. Everything is gone. You can, if there's other things you want to add to soak to create the flavor, you could do that too. Just in case I didn't mention it before, I did salt and pepper the initial onions that I was frying up earlier, softening them up. I did salt and pepper them. Not so much salt because the fish sauce is going to add that. So what we're going to do here is wait for this to boil, and we'll put it to simmer, and we'll check back in about 30 to 40 minutes. A little over 30 minutes has passed. This is what it looks like. Taste as you go. So I've been tasting the liquid. I think my mistake only is that I put a little too much oil. You can see the oil floating on top. You could probably scoop that out. So now we're gonna take out the lemongrass. So we're gonna, I need 2 hands to do this. So we're gonna take out this lemongrass that's, been flavoring it. It smells really good. We're also gonna add, I had from the backyard, a little bit of green onions, chives. And then we're gonna, this is where I think it's kind of cool. You can add whatever you want vegetable-wise. Have a little bit of seafood mushrooms. I think that's cool. Some Asian long beans. We're gonna cut that up. We're gonna put some. We're gonna try this spinach. We're gonna add, I think, a little more water. Maybe once we take the lemongrass out, it's gonna dilute that oil a little bit more. The flavor is still gonna be there. So I'll show you what that looks like in about 10 minutes. So about 10-15 minutes later, all those ingredients, it is done. Poured myself a bowl. I think it's pretty good. I'm not gonna video myself eating it, but I think it's pretty good. I did add a bit more fish sauce, and I tasted as I went. If you did go with the ginger route, you don't eat these because, you know, I mean, you can, but it's very, you'll see. But anyways, the meat falls off the bone. The fish is fully cooked. Just beware of bones. But yeah, this is it. So, redfish head soup.